Okay, so another yoga type class with weights added in. I have 2 3-pound dumbbells with me, and then I picked up one just 10-pound weight because maybe there's exercises that we do with the legs that you can just hold a heavier weight than the ones that we're doing with our arms. So just an option. And then also a strap today, and this could be a dog leash, a towel that's nice and long. You just want to have it as wider than your shoulders, and so that you can hold it kind of taut. All right, we'll get to that later. So feet hips width distance apart. And let's just talk about alignment in the feet quickly. So toes face forward, and then ground down into the big toe mound. You can even lean forward a little bit. And then lengthen back along the inner arch to the inside of your heel. And then from the inside of your heel, ground down and lengthen all the way out to the pinky toe mound. And from the pinky toe mound, lengthen back to the outer heel. Flex the toes, spread them wide, and then root them back down. So really strong foundation. Tops of thighs back, lift armpits to ears, roll your shoulders back, and then soften your front ribs down a touch. Palms touch, turn in, lift up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes, few rounds of breath. Ground yourself on your mat. Let your mind and body connect. Good. Open your eyes. So a few minutes warming up, and then we'll add our weights. Inhale, reach up, look up. Palms come together. Exhale, hinge at your hips over strong, straight legs. Walk your hands forward, look up, lengthen through the crown. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees deeply, plant your hands, step back, plank. Inhale, shift forward in your plank. Maybe knees come down, point your tailbone back to the heels, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck toes, legs wide. Lift head, arm bones away from your mat. Slide scapula down your back. Lift your chest. Bend your elbows. Maybe look to the left. Stretch out your right side. Come back through center. Bend your left elbow. Look over the right. Good. Come back up through center. Lower down to the belly, chest. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Couple rounds of breath. So the first one's a little bit slower. Good. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees. Look ahead. Little hop. Big hop to the top of the mat, or tiny little steps all the way up. Fold. Ground down into the feet. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Look up. Take the palms together. Exhale, hinge at hips over strong, straight legs. Fold. Walk your hands forward. Extend through your crown. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, refold. Bend the knees. Plant the hands. Step back. Plank. Inhale, shift forward. Knees come down. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees. Look ahead. Little hop. Big hop, top of the mat, fold. Inhale, reach and rise. All the way up, touch the sky. Hands come together. Exhale, in front of the heart. Good. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at hips, fold. Inhale, walk hands forward, look ahead. Exhale, refold, bend your knees, and come to a seat. We're gonna start with a little core. Okay, take your hands down by your hips, lift your hips, slide your sits bones back, and then sit back on the back of your sits bones and almost tuck your tail. So you're carving your belly button back to the spine. Take your hands behind you, fingers face forward. Head to arm bones roll back. Nice open chest. Take your knees in and then lengthen. So elbows bend, legs lengthen out. Come back in. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees in. Lengthen. Pick up the pace. Keep your legs hovering. Flex your feet. Spin your inner thighs toward each other and broaden them toward your mat. Good. Now, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, knees to left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. So you're even on the left sits bone more. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll to the right. Stack the knees, flex the feet, glue them together. You could walk the hands back a little bit. Extend, pull in. A few more. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down. Fold forward. Let your arms rest. Take your head. Let it drape down. Stretch the back of your neck. Good. Pick up your head and then come to standing at the top of the mat. So before you grab your weights, face your weights, bend your knees, use the glutes. When you're in your squat, grab the weights and then straighten the legs. So we don't just like not grab our weights in a safe way, because that can just add to injury, just picking up the weights. Okay, so feet hips width distance apart. You're gonna hinge at your hip joint. So that's like right here. Press your pubic bone back. Good. And then let the arms dangle, palms face each other. Take the arms out wide and keep the scapula sliding down your back. So it's a back fly. Little bend in the elbows. And then I'll show you from the back. My scapula are going down my back and squeezing together. My arms are going out wide. And it's more of this motion back than it is straight up, because that makes the shoulders shrug up into the ears. So just be mindful of that. A little bend in the elbows. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, palms face the body, feet hips width distance. And then you're just standing vertical. Elbows come out really wide, palms still face the body. And then bring it back down. And actually keep your weights together. So pull straight up, elbows wide, and then down for an upright row. For 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now take the arms. It's like scarecrow extensions, I think they're called. So you'll be in that same stance. Take the elbows out wide and the palms face behind you. Take the shoulders down away from the ears. You're not pulling it down, you're just softening them down. And then straighten the arms out to the side, pinkies face up. And then you bring it back to this upside down cactus shape. Okay, take them out, pinkies face up and back. Little tricep work and shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, feet still hips width the distance. Little hinge at the hips. Little bend in the knees. Press your pubic bone back and then draw the tailbone down just a touch. Okay, arms hang down, palms face each other, and then take the elbows straight back and lower down. This is still working the upper back. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back up. Okay, now bend the elbows, palms face each other, and then we come out to the side and then squeeze in. Out, squeeze in. Palms face down as you lift. Little bend in the knees, strong foundation in the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now palms in front of the body, or palms face the body, I should say. Arms are straight, tiny little micro bend in the elbows, and then take the weight straight out in front of you, shoulder height, and bring them back down. So there's no swinging motion. We just keep our spine tall, and then reach the arms forward and take them back down. Little bend in the elbows. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take your left hand to your left hip, and then you're going to take your right arm all the way up overhead. So squeeze the upper arm toward the ear, palm faces the midline, triceps. So you're just going to come bend just the elbow, take the weight down, and then straighten it up, extend. Bend the elbow, straighten the elbow. Keep the elbow pointing up to the sky the entire movement. Just think of moving right from the elbow joint. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right hand to right hip, left arm up overhead, just bending the elbow and straightening up. Halfway there, elbow stays pointed up. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's give the arms a break. So bend the knees, lower your weights, grab your big weight if you like, or keep your dumbbells, and then take your feet wider than your shoulders, turn the toes out. You're going to track the knees over the feet the whole time. Keep your spine tall, and then squat. Squeeze the buttocks as you straighten the legs, pressing the knees back, tracking them right over your feet. for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come to standing. Now bend your knees, lower the weight down, come to hands and knees. Take your lightweight or heavy behind the left knee pit, tuck both toes, plant both hands down into the mat, integrate the shoulders by just letting your heart melt. So the shoulders integrated, joints packed. Okay, and then from here, bottom of the ribs toward the navel. Puff up the waistline a little bit. Squeeze the weight if you have it. Flexing the left foot, take it straight up and down. We'll do 20. Squeeze the buttocks as you come up. Having the weight there helps keep the foot flexed the whole time, so your hamstrings are working as well. I lost count. Let's just do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. Flex your foot and then lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep pressing down into the hands, especially your first finger and thumb. Draw your navel up toward your spine. Neck is long. Gaze is down. We almost feel even, I think. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Take the weight, set it aside, back to our core. So come down to your seat. Take the hands behind you, fingers face forward. And then pick up the knees, draw them into the chest. You curl up into a tight little ball. You could even bend the elbows more as long as you're lifting your sternum. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in. Lengthen. So you can always go at your own pace. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll to the left sits bone, knees in, lengthen out. Keep squeezing the inner thighs toward each other. Inner edges of feet are glued together. Toes are active. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll to the right side. Lengthen out. Draw it in. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Plant the feet down, take a little rest, 3 rounds of breath. We're going to do 1 more round. So if this is all you have time for, maybe just take a couple stretches here. Otherwise, we'll do 1 more round of everything. Okay. So step to the top of the mat. Knees bend, hinge at hips, grab your set of dumbbells. Okay, we started with the back fly, feet hips width distance apart, hinge forward at your hips, palms face each other, take the weights back. Think of squeezing shoulder blades together. Little bend in the elbows, little bend in the knees. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Good. Palms face the body. You can glue the weights together. Take the elbows out wide, upright row. I always have music pumping in my ear. So check out my playlists on Spotify and look for, I think I'll relabel them to like yoga strength or yoga with weights. So you can play any of those. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, straighten the legs. You're gonna take the palms facing back, elbows lift up, shoulders soften down. Neck is long, jaw is soft. Straighten the arms out to the sides, and so the pinky lifts up, and then bend the elbow back to cactus or upside down cactus. Take it wide and down. Just notice if you're shrugging your shoulders up into the ears. For 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay, rows, feet hips width distance apart, hinge at the hips, weights lengthen down, and then you're just taking the elbows straight back. Think about strengthening your upper body. Let's do 5. 3, 2, 1. Good. Elbows bend, palms face in. Take the elbows, or take the shape as is and lift straight out and up. So it's like this cactus shape. Work the pecs, draw in. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Straighten the legs, palms face the body, tiny micro bend in the elbows, and then take the arms straight out, palms face down, and back for 9. Keep your jaw soft, spine tall. Let's do 4 more. For 2 and 1. Good. Right hand at the hip, left arm reaches all the way up to the sky, and then you're going to keep the upper arm by the ear. You're just bending the elbow and then straightening up. Navel pulls to spine, halfway there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower. Right arm reaches up. Bend the elbow. Take it straight back. Reach up. Overhead tricep extension. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So I'm going to switch my weights, bending knees, taking these weights down, grabbing onto my heavier weight. I'm just gonna grab each end, feet wider than shoulders, turn the toes out, tailbone scoops down, and then knees bend in line with the feet. Smiling, sweating, getting that body healthy and strong. Great complement to any workout that you do, hiking, biking, yoga. Let's do 5 more. For 2, 1. Good. Bend the knees, take the weight down. Okay, dumbbell behind the left knee pit, hands flat, toes tucked, squeeze the heel toward your glute, and then melt your heart down. Front of the ribs toward your navel. Stability. And then start your little donkey kicks here. Really think about squeezing your glutes as you come up. Let's do 10 more for fun. Good for 5. 4, keep some weight in your left hand. 3, 2, 1. Good, other side. Flexing toes, bottom of ribs draw to the navel. Don't dump into your back. Good, and then kick up. Try to kick the ceiling up as you lift your leg. For 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, let that go. So take a couple rounds, cat-cow. Now, take your left leg, extend it out to the side to the left, and your left foot is down, planted on your mat, toes face forward. Untuck your right toes, and then come back to a child's pose with the leg extended. So you may not come back far, or you may come all the way back. Maybe your forehead comes down. Good, and then come back up. Bend your left knee. Take your right leg out to the side, toes face forward. Untuck the left toes, and then sit back. Good, and then come back up. Come all the way down to your back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Roll your sits bones forward, and then take the shape into the chest. You can let this left leg just dangle and sway side to side. And release, uncross. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. And then reach through. The right leg, be nice and limp. Left foot is flexed. Good, release, and then come to happy baby, knees toward armpits, soles of feet up, grabbing inside or outside of feet, still rolling sits bones forward, rock a little side to side. You might straighten one leg, straighten the other. Good, and then grab behind the thighs, rock and roll up to a seat. Straighten the legs, hands by outer hips, lift your booty, slide sits bones back. Flex the toes, drive down through the heels, and then hinge at your hips. Once your spine starts rounding, that's you don't go any further. So we're not going for the touching the toes unless we're in alignment. Good. Now bend your right knee, slide your right heel toward your right sits bone, and then you're going to suck this left femur bone into the hip socket. Flex your left foot, take your left arm, wrap it around your front shin, right hand behind you. Get tall and look back. If you want, you can take the left elbow outside the right knee, and you're going to press the elbow into the knee as the knee presses back into the elbow. Low back pulls in and up, and look back. Beautiful. Release. Bend the left knee. Draw the foot in. Wrap the right arm around. Left fingertips back, or take the elbow outside the knee as long as both sits bones are rooted, or you can slide a blanket underneath. And then twist, look back. Awesome. Release. Come to a cross-legged seat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Palms come together. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel now compared to when you started. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste.